Hey guys.
Recording a little early this week.
Yeah. I think Tort Dan would say we're late tonight, but we're early this week.
We left last week and we had an interview lined up that not lined up. We had someone request to come on the show.
Yeah.
And we had discussed, okay, let's plan it for this Thursday.
Right.
We all agreed. It was great. Sent the email.
Uh-huh.
Then a few days later, I messaged, said, hey guys, I'm going to be in Dallas next week. Tim says, oh yeah, by the way, I can't record on Thursday. No, that's not what you said. You said I could record on Thursday, but I'm going to be in Bear Lake.
Yeah. And then we said, which would you prefer, Tim, Tuesday or Thursday? And you said Tuesday or Thursday.
Yep.
I try to accommodate, and then a lot of times I fail.
It was funny because I was trying to give you the authority.
I know.
And you were trying to accommodate. But to take away and divert just a little bit, I have just a weird ass story that happened to me tonight.
Can't wait to hear it.
So I get off work, I go up to Pilates afterwards
Right.
to do a little stretch class so I don't tear my ass and have to have needles in my ass again. As I'm walking in, and keep in mind, it's 100 degrees out there.
Oh, so hot.
I'm in this massive parking lot. And about 50 feet away from me, I mean, there's no one else out there. No one else crazy enough to be outside.
Yeah.
This guy comes marching like across lanes in the parking lot, says, hey. And I'm like, oh, like a panhandler.
Here we go.
I said, hey. And he's like, I know you. You're my doctor.
Oh.
And he's marching right up to me. And I immediately recognize the guy.
Oh, no.
But in my mind, I'm like, this person moved out of the state a year ago.
Oh.
But also, oddly enough, I received a notification that this person went to an Intermountain facility today, which is very bizarre. So I'm like, I'm piecing all these things together. And I'm like, hey, what are you doing? He's like, oh, I just came out here to get some air. Are you shitting me? I'm like, that's weird. And I'm like, yeah, I think I just received notification, about you. And he's like, yeah, I was in this state. I was in another state yesterday.
Right.
I felt odd and that I needed to get some air. So I flew to Utah, went to go see this other doctor, and I tested positive for COVID. And at this point, he's standing like 10 feet from me.
Oh, no.
And I'm like, all right, see ya. It's hot. I'm going to go inside. He's like, yeah. Good talking to you. And then he just walks away. Like he walks in further into this massive parking lot. I don't know where he's going.
I've never been happier in my life to be an attorney.
An Adam. Oh, it's a 101.
Boys and girls at home and kids in the gallery, let's go!
Hello, Pack-a-Maniacs, and welcome to another episode of Pack to the Future. I'm your host, Ricky, a.k.a. Mr. eBay. And I am joined by my co-host and partner in crime, Dr. Chad.
Someone called for a doctor?
You're not feeling COVID, are you?
I'm going to knock Tim's socks off tonight.
And he's Mr. Accommodation. Please welcome Dr. Tim.
Here we go, baby. Prepare to be underwhelmed.
Oh, well, it's hot outside.
It's cooking.
We're ready to stay cool and have some fun for an hour.
We have
Always
news
cool.
and a card shop update.
Yes, we did.
And you and I are going to have some fun at the end of this. Did you bring your package?
Yes. Tim, you won't believe
Yes!
what Chad forced me to buy at the card shop.
Get out of here.
Forced. Doesn't take much.
No, I'm sucker 2, and I'm sitting next to sucker 1. And all they have to do is dangle something shiny in front of Chad and I, and we go, please let me have one. Let me take 2.
And to tease us even further, it all started with a mag.
It did. We were going there to buy a mag.
I remember you saying
One.
that last week. Yeah.
And now I'm
Hey,
bankrupt.
Mag.
For the sake of the show, so you're all welcome.
Yeah. But I have to say, because we're going to open it live on air. what we got. And it did lift my spirits a little bit to think about we get to find out what we got.
Yeah.
And I can't say more without ruining it.
That's a heck of a tease.
Yeah.
Jeez. My
It
balls
is.
are tickled.
Good.
You still think it's clickbait?
Yeah. Yeah. Clickbait for an audio format. Makes sense.
That's right.
Well, Chad, do we have any show announcements before we get started?
We do indeed. Just a reminder for everyone, you can reach us on Instagram at Pack to the Future Podcast. Check out our website, pttfpodcast.com, where you can listen to our episodes and also watch our YouTube videos there as well. You can click out our affiliate links for discounts. If you use eBay, go click on that before you shop and we get a small cut in the process. For those of you listening, know that you can watch us on the YouTube at Pack to the Future podcast. And we do this live. We try and do it every Thursday. But if we go early, we'll announce it on Instagram. And we encourage you to join us and engage us in the chat, of which I forgot to turn on the TV so you can see these. So I'll do these now. But guys, we do have 3 new iTunes reviews over the past week.
Dude, they're going to bankrupt you.
They are, and I love it.
I do too.
I absolutely love it. So I want to read through these. Ricky, you know how to work this Roku? Are you familiar with this type of contraption?
No, but I can figure it out.
Famous last words. I'll go ahead and multitask this. So first review comes from Merrill. Says the guys are back. 5 stars. Glad to have all the guys back busting each other's chops. Definitely one of the top 5 sports card related podcasts to come out of Utah. I look forward to watching them on YouTube and listening to the podcast while on the road. I also love their Christmas holiday parties. Love it at my 3 cards.
I love Merle. He's a great listener.
Tim, we, for the Christmas thing last year, we debated whether or not to do it.
Yeah,
because it was kind of Ricky's baby.
Yeah.
And I'm so happy we did it.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
It just brings that engagement a little more.
Yeah.
And hopefully we do it again this year. We haven't talked about that, but hopefully we do.
Yeah, we will. And then come early, mid-December, Chad and I will be saying, why the hell did we ever?
Yeah, we'll regret it.
Yeah.
100%. 100%.
Yep.
Next comment, 10 out of 10 from Shay Wooten. Love the show. A lot of listener interaction reminds me of being a kid and listening to Car Talk. You know what's funny about that?
What?
Remember when we were trying to come up with a name of the podcast?
Yep.
Sarah was so much wanting it to be Card Talk, which eventually
because of
did
it.
get taken up by Card Collector too, I
Yeah.
believe, in his group. But that's kind of what
I remember
part of the premise was.
You and I were batting our ideas around, and just every 30 seconds, she's in the background. Card Talk!
Yep.
Card Talk!
She was. Same type of banter mixed with helpful hobby information. Never miss a show.
Awesome.
And lastly, 02 Camaro SS. Scintillating sports card podcast. What's more impressive, that review or me being able to pronounce it?
I'm impressed.
Scintillating.
Thank you, Tim. Tingle the senses and soak into your Saturday morning routine with Pack to the Future podcast. Tim will tickle your balls with his sports card, brunch, and fictitious gambling antics. How do you like that?
Yeah. All fictitious.
Ricky will titillate your eardrums with Gallagher-style screaming at every turn. No watermelons included, but sweet desserts are mandatory. Tune into the show on Thursday via YouTube for live visuals, but watch out for those Ricky nip slips.
Yeah.
Chad will ring that bell as he pounds the pavement, collecting the worst athletes in sports history and Walt Disney's hair. That's interesting you say that. Not to mention seemingly endless knowledge and obsession with all things Danny Ainge. Throw a tort or two and your Saturday morning will enjoy multiple eargasms. In all seriousness, this is one of the best sports card podcasts out there. Enjoy.
That's someone who gets the show.
I love it.
I'm so grateful
That's
for
a
all
heck of a
three.
review.
All 3 reviews were awesome.
We had 3 extra Victor Wembanyama Rookie of the Year tops cards.
We did. Yeah.
Those 3, if you got 1 week, none of this Tort Dan messaging me 3 weeks later, say, hey, where's my gift card? You've got 1 week from the time the show drops on Saturday. If you message us at Pack to the Future podcast or via email, then I will send you one of those tops cards for leaving the review.
Speaking of, I don't want you guys to forget, we do have a voicemail from a big old P1.
Thank you.
Yep.
Tim releases.
Topps Museum for Premier League soccer.
Okay.
So Topps Museum Soccer, not baseball.
Soccer.
Okay.
Football, if you will. For the rest of
I
the
will.
I will. Yeah, we both will.
That's great. And if that doesn't tickle your balls, we've got a little bit of wood coming up in a product called Leaf Lumber.
Baseball? Do we know?
He doesn't know.
No, I'm just flabbergasted because, well, I mean, I guess, okay, I'll give you a little credit. There are, wooden hockey sticks. There is lumber from cricket, I believe. If you want to get technical, I think bowling pins are also wooden. But I believe this is just baseball.
Leaf lumber baseball. Yeah, that's what it looks like
Yeah.
it is. Okay.
There's a lot of ways I could have gone with that, but yeah.
Proud of you, frankly.
I kept it.
I'm the closest to buying soccer I've ever been, just because watching the Euro and
The Euro
Copa,
Cup,
like
yeah.
I watched a little bit on this weekend because you talked about it.
it's fun.
Yeah, it was good. It
The
was
best
fun.
of the best.
Thank you, Tim.
Job well done. Yep.
Yeah. You earned yourself a cookie. I mean, go ahead.
Yeah, you're gonna definitely need to.
Where are your gummy bears?
Oh, I took the bag of gummy bears from last week.
Yeah.
Probably left them in the car, and you know how
Oh,
hot it's been this week.
yeah.
And they kind of melted and congealed into one big giant gummy.
Well, you're welcome to Oreo. I didn't have time to go
Yeah.
get new stuff and sodas. I didn't grab you either. We're a hot mess over here.
So that
Yeah.
drug dealer sized baggie of gummy bears is the total amount of gummy bears you've had for the last 2 weeks week?
Yeah.
You ever think about buying more?
Cross my mind. The danger is, the more I buy, the more I eat, and that doesn't.
yeah.
I'm not kidding. Gummy bears is one of the candies, that and licorice, that it doesn't matter how full I am, I could keep eating it.
Yeah.
And I will eat it till I get physically sick.
And you throw the gummy bears in the fridge, and they have just this little extra chew to it. Kind of cools off the taste buds.
There you go.
What were the foods that you said you would eat until you get sick?
Licorice and gummy bears. I don't know why. I don't love
What type of licorice?
Red.
Red vines?
Any kind. Or Twizzlers. Either one. I could just eat and eat and eat.
Sweet.
It's
Oh,
fascinating.
God.
You
He's
know,
going to show up. No. We're going to put this to the test, I guess.
And I don't know what Chad's doing, but Ricky, I brought Twizzlers to an overseas trip to Taiwan back in high school on a church mission trip.
Okay.
And, it was a nice thought process, right? Like you bring the candy for the other kids that we're going to be hanging out with.
Yeah.
3 people tried them. 3 people chewed them. 3 people spat them back out and it's like, this is not candy.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
No, it's candy.
Yeah.
So you were giving it to the locals or like other college kids or high school kids?
Yeah, they were like grade school and high school kids. Yeah.
So you went to school with a bunch of people that don't know what candy is?
I love Twizzlers.
So I don't know how old
Yeah.
these are, but we got an entire
Oh my
case
goodness.
of these.
Well, they're
Oh.
still curved,
Let's
so
Oh, yeah.
they're still probably a little soft.
I don't even
Uh-huh.
care.
Yeah.
We're going to put this to the test. We've got the, here, I'll try and move this.
You got to
away.
be careful because you're leading the news segment here next.
Licorice cam.
Go for it.
During
Tim.
Little League Baseball, I'd also have those Twizzlers.
The ropes?
Yeah, the nibs, or no, the
Oh,
little bites
nibs.
or whatever.
Nibs
yeah.
are pretty good.
Nibs are
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, almost
Nibs
every-
were my go-to as a kid.
The rope was the most fun to buy, though.
absolutely,
Mhm.
absolutely.
I like the rope.
Yeah.
but very unwieldy to eat.
Yeah.
You ever put
Pass
it
me
in
one
though,
of
make a big, like a grill on your teeth, and go up to someone. Hey,
Oh,
mom,
yeah.
look.
No,
These
You should
and this type of licorice. You
call your mom right now. We're doing it.
And the good thing about this style of licorice is you can bite the ends and make it into a straw for your
Yeah,
soda
those
pop.
are always the best.
Did you ever do that, Timmy?
a few times. Yeah.
Buy it
Pass
there.
me one of those.
Buy it there at the old corner shop.
Did you get it with your porn and what was it? Porn and gas?
Yeah, you
Card
bite
shop.
off one of those ends and you down everything
Yeah.
with a nice ice cold cherry Coke.
There you go.
Mhm.
There you go.
Little Timmy, and then waddle your way back home.
These are stale.
No, they're great.
They are a little stale.
Oh,
They're older. I'll get
Still
some new
edible.
ones. Yeah.
that's okay.
I would crush.
It was 100 degrees in here. My AC broke yesterday, so I'm
Oh,
sure that didn't help.
thank God you got it fixed. I was so nervous coming over.
I know. I wouldn't do that to you guys.
Sweaty balls.
All right, let's do some news. Let's do some
All
news.
right. Well, guys, if
You got to tell them why you have this news. I think we should give them a peek.
Okay. So, despite I don't know how many.
The Ricky Panic.
Yeah, how many weeks have we been doing this season 3?
This is 16 now.
16
Is
weeks.
it really?
Yeah.
Wow, 4 months.
Yep, and that has been 4 straight weeks, 16 straight weeks, 4 straight months of me showing up before the show and freaking out. Oh my God, we don't have enough to cover tonight. We don't have a full hour. Do you guys have stories? I have stories. All right, we need to look for stories. That is literally me every damn week.
It's true.
And I did it again last week and showed up with a bunch of stuff that I didn't even have time to print out. I just had it on my phone. And these are 2 of the stories that I'd brought last week that we're going to cover today because I think they're interesting. And I think it's fair to say a lot of people that listen to this show probably consider themselves or have close loved ones, family, or friends that view them as a degenerate. Chad and I sure felt like a degenerate after we left the card shop this last week.
Yep.
But are you this bad? A former parks director in Indiana will spend up to a year in jail and pay $275,000 if a judge accepts a plea agreement over his use of a city credit card to buy sports cards. Mark Green of Columbia City, just outside of Fort Wayne, Indiana, he served as a parks director for 20 years when he was fired March of last year after investigators say over a 5-year period, he took money from the city and used it to buy thousands of dollars worth of boxes at a local hobby shop. The Columbia City Clerk Treasurer's Office discovered questionable expenditures, and the Indiana State Police then began an investigation that resulted in the charges from the Whitley County Prosecutor's Office. Investigators say Green charged about $250,000 on the Columbia City credit card at the Sports Spot, a Fort Wayne store, Walmart stores, and another store located in Iowa. Court documents say he altered invoices to state the purchases were for recreational equipment and then sold the cards on eBay.
That is amazing. Tim,
Yeah.
we get credit cards through work. I don't actually, do you get them for urgent care?
Yeah. For when we travel, business expenses only.
Can you imagine? And we do have a follow-up to the story. He did accept the plea agreement. He didn't get jail time, but he got what I'm reading is house arrest because he has 1 year of work release.
I was trying to see if I could find him on Instagram to call him, but I cannot find him.
We might need to find that. We might need to call that shop next week. Just ask them what they know about Mark.
What did he pull? Any big hits?
I don't think they commented on
He
that.
did
sadly.
not comment on that,
Huh.
but he does have to pay specifically $275,629 in restitution.
At least he went to a hobby shop. At least it wasn't retail. This comment we've got here in the chat.
Yeah,
Oh,
seriously.
That's fair.
He's
Fair.
doing it right.
Well, not all. He went to Walmart.
Oh, yeah, I guess some of it was retail.
Yeah.
Yes, that's a lot of packs of prisms.
I just can't fathom being that addicted to anything, let alone sports cards, that you're like, yeah, this is a good idea. Let's keep this going.
So let's do a little experiment where you say you can't imagine that. So here's what I want you to do.
Okay.
I want you to close your eyes.
Okay.
Turn your head down.
Okay.
Turn your head to the left.
Okay.
Now put your right hand up. Turn your head straight. Open your eyes. That's Tim.
Ah!
I just want to throw him off a little bit. Gotta keep you guys guessing.
Let me introduce you to Tim. Tim, speaking of, I did re-listen to your Tim's Tales from the Crypt
good grief.
episode 1.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a classic.
It is so good.
You're editing.
It was overproduced in that Viva Las Vegas could have played about 13 fewer times. However, the rest of it, gold.
You did amazing work on that.
It's your storytelling, my man.
With doing videos on Dr. Ghost Hunters,
Mhm.
like there's some videos I do and I go back and watch them. Like, ugh. But like every once in a while you get one when you put a lot of effort and time into it. And it just makes you like, this is going to sound really weird, but you're proud of it, right? Like you're proud of it. And
Absolutely.
you should be proud. Both of you
Oh,
should be proud of
100%.
that episode.
Yeah, and I got to be honest, it got me excited. And speaking of things we regret, like the Christmas party every year after we get started,
Yes.
it got me thinking I could do a better job than this.
Yep. That's the
We
thing.
need another shot this October.
That's the itch, right?
Yeah,
It keeps
and I
you going.
know I'm going to regret saying that.
No, that's a good itch. There are worse itches to have,
Yeah.
right? That's a good itch to have.
Yeah.
Jock itch. Yeah.
But Tim, it means that we're going to need you to do something pretty phenomenal coming up here,
Yeah.
No guarantees.
or at
Yeah.
least just tell us what you've done. That's pretty phenomenal.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
We could maybe incorporate audio from the wedding.
Oh no,
Yes.
that's true.
We did agree that we may wear lapel. mics
It is
at
Friday the
reception.
13th.
Weddings
What a
in
better
September.
time for
Oh,
Tales
It
from
is
the
Friday
Crypt.
the 13th. Yeah, we did that on
Oh.
purpose. Yeah, and I guess between the bachelor party shenanigans and the wedding itself, who
Mhm.
knows? Who knows?
I'll make sure to bring the equipment.
Oh man. Yeah. So this guy was crazy. I thought that was kind of interesting, and it's wild.
It's a good story.
The other thing I found is, and I thought I was going to blow your minds, In fact, what's fun, the other part I need to tell the listeners about is I freak out like that. We then do an hour and a half full of show and standing on our heads. And then we end the show and I come back and I say, guys, I've got 2 news stories. And you're like, hey, what are they? I'm like, I can't reveal, but imagine a place you've never thought of buying sports cards. You guys are both like, GameStop. So I'm sure I'm not blowing anyone's, not nearly as many people's minds as I originally thought.
That is how the conversation went down.
It is. It was. Because I was not going to tell you in hopes of getting honest reaction. But I'm very glad you guys let me know. So I didn't roll into today's show like that. But GameStop is now purchasing PSA 8s and above. They have like shopping lists that they're...
Sorry, Tim.
No, that was my 8 tees last week.
Dude, I wonder if they're accepting Rui Hashimura. I have so many sick Ruis.
That guy. What a turd.
But yeah, like they're just like, they've got lists that they're supposed to be looking for of cards, and they're giving you video game store credit.
At what percentage of value from the card do we know?
No, but they did say that their whatever price that they, I think their sheet might tell them, hey, this is what we would offer for
they
it.
have to, right?
But it says it's non-negotiable. You can take it and or get out.
Which is smart. Otherwise, you'd get every breaker and every idiot out there bringing those cards in, trying to haggle.
Yeah. No, that's totally like Pawn Stars, right? It's like, no, 200.
Tim, you need to, or one of us or a listener needs to go in and see if they can obtain the newest NCAA football strictly off PSA cards.
Off junk slabs.
Exactly.
That would be pretty cool.
Challenge accepted, maybe.
Yeah. Now they're not.
That would be fun.
That would be cool.
They're not selling them in stores, which is kind of a bummer for me. Like that would be one more place to go look for cards.
Oh, what are they doing with them?
Selling them online.
Huh.
So they're all shipping them back to their main headquarters, and then they're available online.
Okay. Bigger market.
Yeah.
Huh.
Safer.
Like through ComC or like some other marketplace, eBay?
Through
I mean,
GameStop.com.
GameStop.com.
No kidding.
Yeah, I went on there. It's up right now. You can go there and find it.
You can find some cards?
Yep, absolutely.
Oh.
Man, I can't imagine that's easy to navigate. I mean, I just go over to Fanatics and try to look for cards too, and it just
well, and I almost think like they're missing an opportunity to become brick and mortar again.
Yeah.
Like the excitement of what you can find in your local store and maybe the buzz that could spread. I understand it's a smaller market coming in, but how cool would it be if you could walk into a GameStop and pick up cards in a video game?
Last time I tried to share my screen through StreamYard, it crashed the internet. So if it crashes, we'll be back.
Cool.
But let's see if we can see this.
If it crashes, I'm going to tell you guys the craziest story.
No, Ricky, you're right though. I mean, like trading card games. I mean, it's a missed opportunity right there.
Right?
I mean, just like last week, you know how many on that top 10 were, Pokemon, right?
Yes.
Graded Pokemon slabs, right?
Yep.
Have those in stores.
Mm-hmm.
Have comic books. Have just go old school, right?
Well, and like when I grew up, and you guys can probably relate on some level, that like the magic of a Friday or Saturday night when you got to go to the card shop, Blockbuster Video, and Pizza Hut.
Oh, yeah.
You are missing the combo of when we were children, and you will have a bunch of 40 and 50-year-olds like me saying, take my money.
Absolutely.
So you can buy these slabs on here.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, the cover for basketball was Caitlin Clark. Let's see what we got on here. We got some Prism. We've got a red, white, and blue Cade Cunningham rookie PSA 10. $51. You could buy that for.
Mm-hmm.
We got some that don't have photos. That's a bold strategy.
Monopoly Gold, LaMelo.
There's a Prism Monopoly All-Stars. Is that a gold? That is a gold millionaire shimmer of the Joker for $20. That seems cheap.
Yeah.
Wonder how they're pricing these things. I mean, it's not off the Beckett guide.
I know there aren't. You don't say.
We've got to walk in with a Beckett.
There aren't any cards that like immediately I recognize and can give you value for. Okay, so here's a PSA 9.
Oh,
Prism,
I do
Victor
think
Wembanyama.
I want to say that they said the card value had to be under $600 maybe. So they are definitely going for the lower.
So here's one that we could test. 2023, and I'm on Card Ladder.
Yes.
Not a sponsor of the show. Bastards.
Shoulda, coulda, didn't.
PSA 9, just a base.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like GameStop wants it for $51. You would think on Card Ladder I would be able to find this.
Yeah, PSA 9.
$36. So quite a bit of markup there.
Wow.
It's not
That's
surprising.
almost a 50% markup.
Yeah, that's not
And it
surprising.
looks like that was through eBay, and that auction ended today.
Well, what do you want from them? They're video game players trying to market cards.
Yeah. There's no way they're going to be able to keep those prices up to date, right? I mean,
Right,
for the
yeah.
widespread of cars that they're going to try to start accepting, I mean, there's no way. I mean,
Yeah.
the market fluctuates too much.
Agreed.
Yeah.
If there was
totally
ever a use for AI, this is the kind of stuff that, it should be used for, right? Like, real-time pricing for sports cards or something. you know,
Yes.
without anybody having to comb through and do any hard work, right?
Mhm.
That would be useful.
Got a comment here in the chat thinking that maybe it's based off PSA price history.
That could be.
That could be the case. It would be an easy thing to be able to do. I guess I shouldn't
Yeah.
speculate because I just don't know. But interesting thought.
Yeah.
Cool.
But anyway, go take your slabs to your local GameStop. Let us know what you're able to trade it for.
That'd be cool.
That would be cool.
Yeah. And with PSA, though, I mean, you said there was a $600 limit or, ceiling for those cards that
Right.
GameStop would, accept. But I guess that puts a little damper on, sending anything by express to PSA for grading.
Mhm.
But the upside is, scrolling through Instagram right before the show, I saw a little blurb that said PSA will now reveal their critiques on cards sent by express.
What does that mean?
Like their criteria for why they graded a card a certain way.
So you'll get a separate note or something? Is that what
Sounds
you're
like it.
picturing?
Yeah. Like a little blurb about what the grader saw or didn't see or thought about your card.
Saying, Tim, we can tell you altered this card.
Send this back to Kurt. Soaking.
Oh, can you imagine if they sent back feedback just talking shit?
Yeah. You left your wax residue in the bottom right corner.
Get that weak left corner out of this out of this company.
I want to see if I can find that and pull this up. I'm not seeing it here immediately. But do you think they'll put notes in there? Like, hey, caught wife with neighbor when I came home last night. Bad day, PSA 4.
Smooches.
Smooches.
Yeah, I hope so.
That would be great.
That would be worth. I would, that would make
Like,
taking a PSA 6 a little bit easier.
I think so. I
They
think
need
so.
to just have fun with it, right?
If they were smart, they would.
Yeah.
But I think that's cool. I mean, have we ever seen this from another grading company? I know that like with Beckett, you get the breakdown of the subgrades, but you don't really get all that much feedback as far as I'm aware.
I believe Tag is the only one that really does it.
What? Who?
They have a clear slab.
Tag. Yeah.
Tag.
It is actually
yeah.
pretty slick looking slab.
Really?
'Cause,
Yeah.
They scan it. It's all, speaking of AI, I think they use mostly AI and like computer scoring.
We might have covered that back like
Yeah.
at the end of season 1.
I don't
I hate
see
to
too many
say.
of those slabs around, but if PSA can do it, then they'll obviously get some visibility for it.
Yeah.
It'll be
Okay,
interesting.
let's go ahead and throw this up on the screen for people to be able to watch as well. So greater notes for greater clarity.
There you go.
Yeah.
Grader notes. I was
See what they did.
spacing on what they called it.
Yeah. By popular demand, report cards have arrived at PSA, introducing greater notes, a new feature that brings clarity to grades, revealing by detailing the card defects detected during grading and authentication. Launching June 25th, 2024. That's today, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow. Yeah, that's true.
For service level starting at Express, which is what you stated.
Wow.
Included at no additional cost. How about that?
That's cool.
Start
For-
a submission
for
and go
now.
beyond the grade for your next reveal.
Huh.
Greater note examples. Here we go.
Okay.
Corners, bend, top left.
Insightful.
Fascinating. Edges, fraying. Surface, discoloration, front, top half. Centering, back, top to bottom.
Oh, At least they're putting some effort into justifying their grades, right?
Some effort, and no surprise there, I don't think, on how PSA grades, even though they don't break it down. We've all suspected that has been the case of what they're grading on, but it helps give you a little bit of insight as well, especially if you're new to it.
Yeah. I would be really curious if you tried to crack a slab and send it back in and kind of see, like, say, a PSA 9 Jordan rookie card that looks like a 10. And if they like downgrade it or upgrade it and decide, like, based on what, right?
Right.
Because everybody on eBay is like, oh, this is graded too low, resubmit candidate. And, it's like, should be a PSA 9 when it's like a PSA 6,
We did that, right? Earlier this year with the Jordan rookie, just exactly as you were discussing. And we were trying to figure out, we thought that the lower grade actually looked better than the higher grade. So
it's true.
Interesting. Currently ineligible reholder service submissions, autograph only submissions. Only good for orders created through the US and Canada websites. So there you go.
So all of our best listeners internationally won't qualify. Great. Taiwan, you're screwed. Philippines.
Ghana. Yeah.
Philippines, bye.
Tim's been saying that for a while behind the scenes, actually.
Ghana, you're out.
Sorry, Ghana. Hit us up. We'll do your group submission for you.
Heidi, R.I.P. What?
Wow.
Speaking of.
All
I
right.
don't know how you segue off of anything.
Well, I'll tell you how you do it.
Okay.
Every time I go to Overtime Cards, and I love Heidi. This is no knock on Heidi. She will always hold the most dearest place in my heart. I love the current owners of Overtime Cards more and more every single time I go in there and interact with them.
Yeah. Kevin and...
Oh, don't put us on the spot and stuff.
Tim would do something like that for sure.
Yeah.
Look to us for the
I'll
answer.
throw myself under the bus. I always forget the other guy's name, So it took me like at least 3 years before I, cemented Kevin like in the brain because, like he participated in a break that we did there at the old Overtime. Anyway,
but
that's my bad.
Every time I go in there, like we went in there recently this week, and every time I go in there, you're always weary of who, when someone takes over ownership of something you love so much, what are they going to do to it? Are they going to make it worse? They've done nothing but improve the shop. They've done nothing but improve our experiences in the shop. And every single time I'm in there, I just am aware of something that lets me know how honest and fair they are, and the fact that they're just trying to grow the hobby and bring it to this community. And that's very apparent. We went in, Chad and I, Chad reached out to us Saturday and said, hey, I'm going to stop by the card shop. And any of you guys want to come? And I promptly jumped at the opportunity because I needed to get a mag because, as I think I talked about a week or two ago, my Undertaker Color Blast, I had too small of a mag for it. So I had to go back and get a bigger one. And so that was my plan, is just to go in there and get it. Nothing more. And we have a new degenerate on the show. We're going to cover that in just a second. His name's Chad.
As we should. Yeah. Would you like to say hi, Chad? Yeah.
But I have to tell you, when I first got there, I beat Chad there by a few minutes, and there's a kid, couldn't be more than 12, with his parents up at the front counter and trying to sell his binder full of cards. And we've seen Heidi when people would bring in cards, and she would say no before they would cross the door threshold. Send her around. These guys were looking at it and they're saying, we would buy it. It would be about $35, $40 is all, though, for the binder. And they were actually encouraging the child to hold on to his binder, saying, hey, you're going to get more value from the binder. You're going to do better if you just sell these cards one at a time. And they're flipping through the pages, and it looks to be like mostly base cards, maybe like some silvers or some parallels.
Classic kid binder.
Exactly. Yeah. And all of a sudden, about 6 pages in, there's a Cooper Cup downtown binders. And they immediately, this is how great this shop is. They immediately jump on it. They're like, oh, you cannot have this in here. And they start putting it in proper protection and explaining to the child that, like, no, this is worth a lot more. You definitely want to hold on to this card. They're educating him on what he has. He has no clue. Neither does his parents. And to see how excited this kid got when he was being told how cool of a card this is. And I couldn't help myself. I even had to like lean over and say, that's a pretty dang cool card, man. Yeah. It was so cool. And it's examples like that every single time we go into this shop that is just causing me to fall more and more in love with Overtime cards and their current ownership.
It's there when you're not looking to. It's when they think no one's watching. They're just doing it because that's them.
Exactly.
For the love of the hobby.
That's it.
They've gone out of their way. They've worked incredibly hard to create these grab bags for children, marketed, priced at an affordable price for children. But not just grab bags. These are grab bags that have guaranteed hits, guaranteed patch cards. I can't remember if they all have autos or not, but like they're really trying to spread the love and like bring some joy and happiness to the community and the children that come and visit their store specifically. So they're awesome. And then I was there and Tweedledee walked in.
They are so awesome. We are actually getting YouTube comments as a quick aside.
Yeah.
Asking if we could get the owners to come on the podcast and talk about life as a LCS owner in 2024.
We should definitely do that.
I think they'd be very open to it. I think I could speak for you too, Tim, that they definitely have an open mic, an invitation to come do that.
100%.
So we'll try and do that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, let's do it.
100%. So Chad walks in and I thought, I actually had to run a couple more errands after the card shop. And I was like, this will be great. I'm not going with Tim. Like, we won't get into trouble. Chad will walk in. He'll buy one pack of cards and off we will go. It'll be 15 minutes.
Yeah. How'd that go?
45 minutes later, I'll tell you how it went.
Well, the issue is, and maybe we'll reveal this next week, so I want to wait for the mail day to come in.
Yeah.
I had just spent $1,000 on eBay that week.
That's all.
Of cards, of money that I wasn't planning on spending. I was trying to save for the Dallas Card Show, which I'll be at next week.
Yeah.
I don't know how it goes. Yeah.
And so we're searching. We're just wandering around, browsing, chit-chatting, enjoying the Saturday.
Well,
Fair enough.
And I'll be honest, we came within a hair of exiting that shop with nothing more than a mag.
Oh, yeah.
That's how close we
So
came.
close.
We went through every display case.
Yeah.
We saw the new Tops TV, which was being presented on one of their televisions.
Yeah.
Got a photo in front of it, sent it over to Tops.
So
we were
that-
They're
supposed
one
to
of like 30 shops in America
Yeah.
that have been
not
approved
that many.
to show this.
Yeah, it's
Super
really
cool.
Yeah.
Then we start just browsing at the boxes. You know, the natural progression. Display case, you go look at the boxes.
Okay. Like
On
the
the back.
boxes on the shelves.
The boxes on the shelves
Gotcha.
to rip, to buy and rip.
Because they also do have those, like dollar bin card boxes that you
Mhm.
could like spend hours
Right.
filtering through.
No.
Yeah,
We took a step above the dollar bin.
Yeah.
And we're browsing. We don't see a whole lot.
No, in fact, we're about to wrap it up.
We are.
They came and got us.
I
You
had
remember
my
that?
mags that I bought. I had in a little box and about ready to check out. And the guy says, "Hey, have you guys seen this?" And he's like,
we said, show us the thing. Show us the thing.
exactly, like the idiots we are. He's like, historical autographs. And Ricky goes,
Oh no.
"That's the thing I was telling you about."
Yeah.
That's where I got. Do you remember where I got?
Abe Lincoln Pube.
This dude
Ty Cobb.
puts
Oh,
out on the
the little
glass
fragment,
like
The letter.
15 different hits. He's like, "You know what? We've had a hard time moving it. This product comes in a mini box and it also comes in a hanger. And the problem with the hangers, they take them off the shelf every night. They put them in a safe. They take them home,
Yeah.
but they rip." And he's like, "When they rip, we can't sell them." He's like, "So screw it. I'm just going to open some of them."
No kidding. Yeah.
Bangers coming out of there.
Oh,
Just
no.
bangers, flopping them on the glass.
Yeah.
Elvis Presley hairs. He
Tim.
had an entire suit of William Shatner cut up into like 10 cards.
This is the set we've been asking for since 2020. Non-stop
It
hair
is.
cards.
It is.
Non-stop. Guaranteed hair.
And so I'm staggered. Like they're jabbing me with all this greatness. I'm on the ropes.
Oh, you guys were so screwed once they showed you.
And
that.
you know what? He comes out with a haymaker. He looks at me. He's like, "Hey,
Oh no.
hey, did you see the mummy hair?"
And we just, ah!
No.
Where-
Where is it? He pulls it out from a case.
No, what are you?
3,500 BC Egyptian mummy hair.
Yeah, which mummy though? It could have been like your.
Of course, I bought it. We're gonna find out somehow.
Tim's mummy.
Oh, send that into like 23andMe.
That's what I said to Sarah. I'm like, let me cut this in half and send it in to find out who it is.
Please.
Look at that.
What if it's Cleopatra?
Oh my God. Isn't that just the most insane thing you've ever seen?
Mommy's not looking so chipper.
Yeah, it looks like it's 3,500 years old.
He's been resting a minute.
even more, 5,000 years old.
Yeah. Tim,
Take a look at that.
I look worse than that at 40.
Oh, wow. Endless supply of
Isn't that crazy?
And Chad immediately struck a deal with
Oh
him.
yeah, I said, hey, this is right up. Like paranormal's my thing. Like I've always enjoyed Egyptian stuff as well. It just goes hand in hand.
But I'm telling you, famous astronauts, famous old kings and queens, presidents, famous actors.
Jordan.
Jordan.
So Jordan's in the checklist.
They had they're selling it in the shop, a piece of his golf shoe that they hit.
It's pretty wild, man. Michael Jackson is on the set checklist as well.
Yes.
I saw. Yeah, so of course Ricky bought a pack and I bought a box, and we're gonna open it now.
These are fucking hopeless.
I was so excited. I drove straight home. I kick open the front door. Sarah, look at this card. Look how cool it is. She's like, that's nice, dear.
To be fair, I mean, for like a non-big manufacturer product card, this actually looks really good. The little foil accent they have in the top left, it's not like some janky font. Like a card presentation fits with, kind of a historical theme.
Yeah,
I approve.
no, it's it's the set we've always dreamed of, and I'm implanting one of these hairs in my chin. I don't know.
What if like that's your origin story?
What if I turn into them?
Yeah, Chad, I'm gonna swap that out with like the white pubic hair I plucked this morning.
And there we go. And Tim has ruined it.
Oh, but then that didn't stop us. And then after that, it was like Hulkamania music hit. It's like Hulk Hogan's music hit, and Hulkamania ran wild.
Yeah.
As soon as that happens, at least I don't know if Chad did this, but I ran around the store. And I'm like, I'm going to buy everything, one of everything. I bought a box of Top Series 2. No idea why. It was awful. And then I bought this. If I can find it.
I'm so glad I was at work making money instead of burning it.
Oh yeah, we burned it, baby.
And I regret this kind of. But
I forget what this is. Oh yeah. Do you regret it?
I bought it. No, I don't. It just doesn't make sense.
How much was it?
$50.
You've always talked about how you like that card, though.
Steve Young rookie card, SGC black, graded 8. And when I told Chad walks over. He's like, "Hey, what are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm getting that card." I'm like, "I've always wanted that card. I've always wanted that slab."
Maybe not together,
No,
but hey, why not?
Makes no sense.
Peanut butter and jelly, put it together, see
It
what happens.
screams impulse buy. But you know what? It's PC. It'll stay in my collection. I did want that card. But yeah, all day Saturday, and since I've just looked at it, and I'm like, but why? I like it, but why?
I have no words.
Okay, so should we? Do we need some music while we open these?
I believe so.
I think so. And then I'm going to have perhaps a little surprise for you guys after about the chat. But keep going.
Okay.
Keep this thing going.
Let's.
I don't think we have anything on the board that fits. So. Yeah. Okay. Sure.
Yeah.
Good
Oh,
enough.
don't forget at the end of the show we got to play listener voicemail.
Oh yeah. Okay.
This is intense. How many cards are in the pack?
One in my
Just
pack.
one? Okay.
Chad will have 3 in his box. This pack was $100. So these are not cheap.
Can you see through that?
No,
No.
I don't think so.
You sure?
Can you?
I guess not. Okay. That's interesting. So
You might even get a cut auto.
what they're saying then, the store owners are at Overtime, that these cards are potentially valuable enough that they thought they needed to put them back in the safe instead of just leaving them hanging.
Mm-hmm. And for good reason. I'm telling you, they
Yeah.
brought out like every card they opened. Every single one was a banger. Every single one was a huge hit. The most disappointing card this could be, from
Yeah.
what I saw, was a William Shatner piece of clothing.
Which is still pretty cool.
Right.
I
That's
mean,
it. That's the worst case scenario
Yeah.
of what
Okay.
they showed us.
Yeah.
Some had dual hairs, 2 people's hair. Figure that out.
Balloons just popped up over your head. Watch this. I don't know why. There he goes.
This is terribly exciting. I'm gonna get.
I mean, the packaging is not ideal, as we're having people point out here.
But it is.
Oh, it sounds good. How's it smell?
Like $100 a
Smells like
pack.
hair.
I mean, that's like should be a foil or like gold foil or something. You know.
Yeah, it's more the product inside.
Inside, Tim.
Yeah,
It's the inside that
The
counts.
presentation matters. You know.
Okay, here we go.
Good luck, guys.
Any guesses?
Who's going first? Wait, so you each
I'll
have
go
one
first.
pack.
I have one pack. He has
And I
one
have-
box.
You know what they do on Facebook and like those Instagram reels to really like draw this out is like, oh yeah, you know, so just start repeating ourselves.
Yeah.
Right. You know, so Chad, are you ready to open your
We're
your
good
one
now.
pack?
We're good. We've padded long enough. I appreciate it. I like where your head's at.
All right. Here we go. Let's get those good sounds.
Wait, Ricky, but can't do it. All right. Good
We
luck,
could
man.
play the voicemail first, but we'll play that later.
Yeah. Should we play the voicemail? Nah,
No, we'll
let's,
do it.
let's
We'll
do
do
it
it
later. Ooh, it's covered.
Ooh. It's
Oh, covered on both sides. I
like
that for the reveal.
oh, see, that's why it didn't matter that the packs were a little.
Oh, wait.
transparent.
Wait 1 second, Ricky. Wait 1 second. Wait 1 second. Wait.
Do we slow roll in front of the camera?
I just want to get the proper view.
Okay, I don't know which way is front and back. I'm gonna try and okay, I think this is the front. Here we go.
Oh, it's a duel. It's a duel. Who is it?
Eugene McCarthy and Joseph McCarthy.
The McCarthy brothers.
Oh, what?
Who are they?
Let's take a look.
Joe McCarthy.
Joe McCarthy?
Oh,
Joe?
I
Is that what
don't-
you said?
Joseph McCarthy.
Joseph
McCarthy.
and
I'm trying to
Eugene.
think back to history, which I cannot.
Former
remember
U.S.
any.
Senator?
Yeah.
Ricky, you
Hmm.
should know that.
I probably should.
I don't know who his brother is. Never heard of him.
So he was 50 at the time he died, 49, Republican U.S. Senator
All right.
from Wisconsin. That was Joe, and the other one was Eugene.
Eugene.
He did something important. I'm blanking on it though.
He was a politician, writer, and academic from Minnesota.
This is gonna bother me, but I suck at
Also a
history, so
senator.
Carry on.
Dual hair.
Hey, Matt,
As you mentioned.
that's kind of got a meaning to you. It's like when we
Yes.
bought the Goodwin champions, remember? And we got
Exactly.
the autographs
Yes.
of the World War II guys.
Yes. It is history.
That is cool.
Okay.
I like it, man.
Dual auto.
Very
Not
nice.
auto. Dual. Oh my goodness.
Tim,
Dual-
just shake
dual
that camera
hair.
there a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tim.
We do have a comment here. Tim's excited about this. The reason Tim's so damn excited for the first time in show history, he's not the host who made a horrible financial decision.
He is so true. That is so correct.
Oh my goodness.
So clearly they're talking about you
Yeah.
because I've made great decisions.
Chad, I can't wait to see what kind of heat you follow that up with.
I got a mummy
Because
hair.
you
He's got 3 chances. So
Three
chances
chances?
are he's going to hit something good.
wait, you bought 3 packs?
No, he has 3 cards.
explained
How many
this.
times do I have to say there's 3 cards in the box?
What did Tim say at the beginning of the show? He likes to
Hey Tim, how many
appeal
cards?
to everyone.
Yeah, how many cards are in the box? Until he gets this quiz right, we're not opening it.
It's going to take me an hour to open it anyway.
So you said, but I'm confused, Ricky, because you opened 1 pack with 1 card.
Right.
So
And
you're saying that there's three packs in a box?
I don't know that it's packaged that way. I don't know how the box is packaged, but there are 3 cards in there.
3 cards in there.
So Mr. Carter is saying that he is currently watching a Netflix documentary about the Cold War, and the episode he watched Monday night was about Senator McCarthy. And he says he sucked.
Yeah.
well,
Weren't you watching The Americans? I think that's where his name came up.
maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and while he's opening this, I love
Okay.
The Americans. It is
Yeah.
so good. It's on Hulu. If you guys haven't watched it, go watch it.
Oh.
I can't stand their daughter. She is the worst.
So-
Okay, mine are not covered. Give me a little cover.
There you go.
Thank you.
You got it.
Why does he have a box?
Because he's a junkie. Because he's a junkie. So it comes in this nice little foam
It's
padded.
almost like a Topps Dynasty presentation there.
Yeah.
Oh, they're in sleeves. Got a penny sleeve.
Oh.
I'm still confused. So were there 2 options to buy a box
Yes.
and a pack?
Yes.
Can I have a back cover?
Yes. Maybe.
Like so.
Yep.
So I think the first one's a hair up there.
Looks green.
It is a hair.
Who is it?
E.M. Forster.
E.M. Forster. It looks like maybe a Renaissance artist, perhaps, is my guess.
Doesn't sound like a poet. Not a bard.
It doesn't say. It's numbered to 22. Number 4 out of 22.
A pope? No.
He was an English author.
He was a writer.
Author.
He was a writer.
Yep.
He did something quite famous that we all know. What is it?
E.M. Forster?
Oh, I know what it is. A Passage to India. He's known particularly for A Room with a View, Howard's End, and A Passage to India. And Maurice, the novel.
It must be Maurice. Card number 2.
All right. You can do better than that.
Oh, yeah.
It's sideways.
I see a hair.
Oh!
2 actresses, Sophia Loren,
Yeah.
Claudette Colbert.
Sophia Loren is an actress of note.
Is she?
Okay.
That's my response to. Is okay.
This is par for the course for you, Chad. There's third card. Third card mojo.
Here we go.
Last card mojo. Here we go. It's
Oh
green.
my god.
It's a
Oh my
different
god.
color.
Oh my god.
It's a different color.
Oh my god.
You serious?
Oh, it's not autographed.
What is it?
Michael Jordan shoe. Yes! Holy shit!
I was like, I saw the green.
How
It's got to
cool
be a
is
different
that?
card.
Yeah.
How awesome is that?
Nice.
It's even got like some dirt on there.
Oh, damn.
Is that like snot from his flu game?
That is so cool.
I dare you to lick it.
I'm going to. You have received authentic piece of Hall of Fame basketball player Michael Jordan's personally worn spring 2018 Nike black and gray promo sample golf shoes.
Damn.
Number 1 of 30.
Hell
Wow.
yes.
eBay 101.
How cool is that?
That is sick.
I thought it was going to be autographed because I thought he said there was an autograph in
did.
each one.
He did.
And I lifted it down at first. I saw Jordan. I was like,
Hey, who picked that box for you?
oh, you did.
Yeah.
You did.
That's what friends are for. Well
How
done, Ricky.
cool is that? Look at that little piece of dirt on there.
You could, yeah.
Let's feel it. Let's feel the dirt.
Is this sand trap?
Smell it.
Yeah.
It's a part of me now. You want some?
Yeah.
Get in on some of that dirt. Just make sure you leave a little. Timmy, get some of that dirt.
Tim's going to rub it on his gums.
How about that? How about that? I got a mummy and a Jordan.
You're batting 1,000.
Those are
Let's
your
go.
Everything's
2
coming up Chad lately,
Let's go.
isn't it?
2 most random cards in your collection by far. That was pretty cool.
It was awesome.
Will you buy any more?
I don't know. I think I just hit the one card I'd want to
Shit.
go after.
I just stopped recording. I started it back up.
Okay.
So it's going to be just in 2 pieces. I'm very
That's
sorry.
fine. That's fine.
It was half a second.
That's fine.
Are you going to buy? I know.
I don't think I'm going to buy any more. I mean, I've hit the Jordan.
I might need one more pack.
Yeah, a palate cleanser, if you will.
Yes. The packs have guaranteed hair. And that's what I'm all about. You've always said that about me, Tim. I'm all about the hair.
Well, since season 1, pubes, you know.
I'm going to be, so we got a comment here, snorting shoe dirt through a licorice straw after the show tonight.
No, why through the straw?
You think I don't have my snorter? My
you know
tutor?
what's crazy? The first 2 cards in that box, the hairs they put in penny sleeves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
This
that
one
would-
is just
no.
just raw.
Out there loving every
No, no,
minute
Just
of it.
loving every minute of it.
Wait. No, so
That is so
you're
cool.
gonna have to go back to overtime cars for a mag because I don't think you have one that's big enough for that.
Well, he does because while I was buying Steve Young rookie cards he was like Shopper's Showdown or whatever that thing is, where you go racing around the grocery market, picking as many
Supermarket sweep.
Yes, that was Chad. He's racing over to the mags, pulling one of every single mag, throwing them into just one of the boxes, running back to the front.
It's true. It's true. I did that.
Dude.
Did you throw like all the turkeys? Like the frozen turkeys were always like
yeah. That's where all the money's at.
Exactly.
So before we wrap up, we may have a special guest. He's trying to get access here and wants to show us something.
Ooh.
He's going to jump on his laptop. So maybe let's pad here for just a few more minutes and see if he can get this going.
While we're padding, did you find anyone to did you find it? And someone put it well in the chat last week. Did you find any strangers over the internet willing to spend the night with you in a remote and haunted house?
I did not. I did not.
Weird.
It's a heck of a sales
So
pitch.
I actually canceled. So this is a good segue.
Yeah, it's kind of sad though.
I did cancel.
Yeah.
So I lost $100 down payments.
It's your fault, Kyle.
And it's okay. Like this is the point where I appreciate Sarah with the ghost hunting thing. It's not really her jam. She'll come along, but I like the point where she recognizes something she wasn't comfortable with and is like, hey, this is where the line is. And okay.
Yeah.
Better if you say something instead of like,
it really
harboring
is
resentment.
Yeah.
For, like, forever.
It totally is, which made me happy. And with that, going to Dallas with Wax Museum Kyle and Carter, they will also be there.
Mm-hmm.
And Carter actually reached out. He said that he has some good friends who own a restaurant in downtown Dallas and sent us the website and said, hey, do you guys want to go on Friday night? And so I'm going to go with him to go eat at this restaurant on Friday night.
Hell
anyway,
yeah.
so yeah, it kind of made up for it.
Sounds
and really should be the reason that I'm down in Dallas anyway, right? As opposed to doing
Hey, Tim, will you let him know which strip club you were at a couple years ago?
the one that allows us to rip.
You can take
to
photos
rip boxes.
outside of it because it is a Back to the Future landmark.
Yes.
I think it was called Knockout Bar. Okay. Yeah, I can't remember. It's all a little fuzzy. I don't like the navels. Yeah.
I like it. Let me see here. Oh, so speaking of which, in our chat tonight was Mr. Carter.
Yeah.
So in addition to the comments that he had and ripped upon your card of the senator who you got, he said that he just won a card on eBay.
Uh-oh.
Really?
A card of note. So I texted him and said, hey, do you want to come on and talk about this card? So we're going to talk about the card. So please, everyone, welcome on the show, as Tim calls him, Mick Basketball PC. Carter, welcome.
What's up, fellas? How is it?
Hey, there we go. Yeah, I got a little round of applause.
No, please, cut the applause, please.
Well, thanks for joining us last minute.
Carter, I don't recognize you with your shirt on.
Do I need to go backstage and change? Is that
was Trade Night season 1, right?
Yeah.
that was a uniform?
But Carter, you said that you won a card. You want to tell us about your process and your card and tell us the story?
Oh yeah, I mean it's probably pretty underwhelming, but it is a gold prism auto, which is pretty fun, and I feel like I caught some good mojo just sitting listening to you guys on your live stream, and card I've been watching for the last week came up on my eBay, and it was closing. I thought that it was going to go for a lot more because the market that this is in is way up from what it usually is, and I actually got it for kind of a low for what I can find in sales from the last couple of years. But I'll kind of show you guys the eBay. I sent the eBay link to Chad, but
All right.
it's this one right here. So that is an Enrique Agunbowale gold prism from 2021 WNBA. So looking forward to that. That'll be on the way.
That is a good looking card.
Yeah, I love the card with the jersey match almost.
Yes.
You know, even though it's not gold to gold, it's a good looking card.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's fantastic. And I was really surprised. I thought that I was going to get destroyed just because WNBA cards have been up an insane amount. Particularly Asia Wilson. She's kind of the one I normally go for. And her market is just leaving me in the dust. And she's leading the league in scoring, all those things, getting all the attention that Caitlin Clark, kind of brought into the league. And it seems like Enrique's getting overlooked. She's kind of my secondary PC player. She's second in the league in scoring, so I'm a little confused. Her team's awful; they're last in the league, but she's still a really nice player. So,
what? How do you feel about this Caitlin Clark phenomenon? Do you feel like, hey, I liked the WNBA before it was cool, or are you loving every minute of this?
It's kind of both, and I guess I can attack it mostly from a hobby perspective. I was asked on another podcast last month, just kind of my thoughts on, the WNBA niche being this small, tight-knit community versus versus like really blowing up and becoming this more mainstream thing. And I think there's room for both of those things. I think the WNBA collecting community has always had everybody that it needs to be fun.
Right.
We don't need more people in order for it to be enjoyable. But at the same time, I think it takes on a new kind of enjoyment when the more attention it gains. It just there's room for as many people as want to come in. Obviously it also brings in some of those folks that you wish weren't in, but there's also a lot of really great collectors who have come by recently, and so that's been kind of fun.
That's awesome. And with that, maybe it'll entice the card companies to make more of their cards. Maybe release more brands and versions of these cards. And so while it's hard for you to track down your Asia Wilsons like it compared to a few years ago, maybe there'll be more options for her.
Yeah, this will be the first year that Panini will do more than 2 releases for WNBA. So that's
awesome.
Up.
That is super, super cool. Yep. So Carter, you didn't want to just spend the night in your skivvies with Chad in a house out in the woods with a kid playing the banjo?
I didn't want to spend the night alone in the woods with Chad with or without my skivvies.
Wait a second. That means I'm the common denominator there. I can do that math.
All right. Well, what are you guys, in addition to dinner, anything else planned for Dallas? Anything else you guys want to tease? Maybe where you'll be, or, I know you may have to post on social media if you want to do any meetups, but any other kind of plans while you guys are in Dallas to look forward to tease?
I don't know.
All right.
Well, so Carter's really been great about spearheading this, and trying to get people together. And we've even kept Tim in the chat up for a little while, hoping that he would come. But that's okay. So we are probably going to be spending a lot of time at the card show itself.
Of course.
And then we do have dinner plans. Carter, is that a place you want to plug or not now?
Yeah, I think we should just post it all over Instagram when we go there, because the food will be right in front of us. But yeah, I've got a good buddy with a restaurant out there we're going to go try.
Hell yeah.
So it's going to be fun.
Hell yeah.
So, and in place of the ghost hunting, we're going to do some Aiden hunting.
Yeah. That was going to be my next question. Please find Aiden, and please make sure Chad does another trade with him.
I'm going to have to bring my Proton pack for that one.
Oh, man.
Thanks, Carter.
Well, thank you for the drop in, Carter. It's always great to have you on the show.
Fellas, I appreciate you. Stay as cool as you currently are. No more, no less.
Go check out Carter, MC Basketball PC. And Carter, I'll see you next week.
See you.
All right. Well, do we have anything else? I feel like we're missing something, but I think we covered it all.
I think we're good.
Yeah. All right. Well, it was another fun episode for Chad and Tim. I'm the dual Historic Autographs hair card, wishing all of you a one of one night. Oh man, it is so hot.
Yeah, I think Sarah, she closed all the vents down here in order to get all the air upstairs. It's hot.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
And I'm sorry, I did Pilates and I came from work right after this, so I'm not the best smelling gentleman right now.
You look cute though.
But I am wearing Odd Day Jordan shoe on my neck.
Yeah, and I swirl it around my right nostril, so I can't smell anything anymore.
Well, I don't really have anything.
Tim, you got anything else?
Funny.
I ate my 3 cookies. I'm good.
All
right. Well, maybe let's just find a funny clip and let's just find a funny clip and add it in post, I'm thinking.
That sounds good.
Okay. Oh, I forgot.
Mr. eBay has left me unread for 3 whole weeks. Dan's card account here, unabashed Royals fan, and someone who would really like to get a hold of Ricky's 1/1 Lorenzo Cain. According to Instagram, I sent Ricky an offer for that card back on May 27th. It is now June 17th, 3 weeks later, and he has not given me an answer. I got radio silence, which is great, by the way, for an audio format, let me tell you. I sent him the 3 most important cards in the offer are this. A 2015 Elite Justin Verlander 2-color patch relic card, numbered to 10, which I am loath to be rid of because he is a surefire Hall of Famer, and getting a patch relic, game used for the record, game used, patch relic, game used card numbered that low is really hard to get a hold of for
That was amazing. I had not listened to that leading up into this. This is perfect. Look at Boston Steve's comment. Hang on. It'll show up here. Just
Boston Steve's first comment was dead on.
It was.
It's the chicken fight.
It sounded like there was a faint thumping in the background. It sounded almost like he wanted it to be a creepy heartbeat. Like I put that into the scary moments of the ghost hunting, like the little background. It's like he could be at your car right now, man.
Tim, I'm gonna need you to walk me out to my car.
Tim's broken.
I've never felt anger more through voice.
Have you responded to that?
No!
I mean, that was a week late. I didn't play it last week.
You said it's the 17th. It's the 25th.
I know. He sent me. He's like, hey, don't check your email much. I'm like, shit, man, I just forgot. I honestly forgot to put it on.
Oh my god,
so good. All right, guys. Well, we're gonna try and wrap up on that note. So next week, another programming note. I will be in Dallas. It's also the 4th of July, so we are going to record. What did we decide?
next Tuesday.
Is it next Tuesday? Or is it next Wednesday? Is it Tuesday?
Or did you say Tuesday?
What day do you guys want to record next week?
I'll double check. Pretty sure it was Tuesday.
Yeah, I think you said you don't work.
I don't work Tuesday.
No.
All right, let me just check right
now. Pull that up right now and we can tell the people. Thanks to Carter for coming on.
That was awesome.
That was cool.
I gotta say, I love. There are a number of our listeners: Boston Steve, Kyle, Torque Dan, Nabrolian. There's so many.
Justin,
Merle. Yeah. I can. If I didn't say your name, you are still included.
Yes,
you're right. Wednesday.
It's Wednesday.
I love Carter.
I love seeing him. He just
Yep.
makes me happy. Wednesday?
Okay, so next Wednesday we'll discuss topic. We'll put that up there. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it tonight. If you did, please like, subscribe, comment, share with your friends.
We're gonna record one day before you leave for Dallas.
Well, it's 4th of July, right? Like you said, like, hey, I want to be with the family, so
well, it's more my dogs. It's more I
Yeah.
panic about the dogs, and I don't think it will go well for us recording with your dogs either.
No,
So.
they're going to be a wreck. All right, guys, thanks everyone for joining us. We enjoy this hopefully as much as you do. We enjoy being with you guys. Anything else you guys want to say?
No, love you guys.
All right. See ya.